bookish friends, my name's Gabby. Thanks for stopping by my channel, Lefty Reads. It is June, which means that May is over, because that's how months work. And that means that it's time for my May wrap up. So finals week happened in May, and then I moved out of my apartment on campus and moved back home for the summer. And then I was finally able to delve into some great reading. It just made my heart so happy. And so I read 4 books in May. The first of which was Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. Obviously the movie was coming out and I had to read it as soon as possible. And I did, and I liked it. If you don't know what Everything Everything is about, it's about this girl who has SCID. In layman's terms, she's allergic to everything and she cannot leave her house without risking dying. But then this new guy moves in and she's just like, wowza, he's cute and he's nice, and they kind of start getting to know each other, and she realizes that she is willing to risk her life to actually experience living. I rated this 3.5 stars because, first of all, it did have some really problematic things in it. I don't want to give it away because it's kind of like a plot twist, which, I think we should go by the rule that, like, diseases and, illnesses and disorders and what have you should not be plot twists. But there is a plot twist, and it brings up some really problematic ideas. Also, like, I thought that this book was really cute. I liked the romance. It was quirky. I really liked Maddie and Ollie and the way they interacted, but like it just kind of wasn't anything super special to me. It was a quick read, and I actually read it by the pool, and that was really good. It was really good to read by the pool. It was really easy to immerse myself in it, but I don't know, it just wasn't great. Things move really quickly. It just kind of wasn't my favorite thing I've ever read, but it was still cute. And then I did go and see the movie, and the movie was probably about 3.5 stars out of 5 as well, so there's that. Then I read Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard, which is the sequel to Red Queen, which is right there. Oh, my bookshelf is toppled, it's fine. I rated this one 3 stars. I have a full written review that I will link down below. Basically, I was very frustrated with the protagonist throughout it all. She was really like whiny but also on her high horse, and she like would spit out demands as if she was the leader, but then people would actually treat her like a leader and regard her as a leader, and she'd be like, I'm no leader. And I'm like, stop being a wobbly little bitch and just decide what you are. She also just distanced herself a lot from the people she cared about, which was understandable but not exactly pleasant to read. But aside from the protagonist, I also just didn't love the plot. I thought it was slow and repetitive and kind of easy. It lost a lot of the intrigue that I had for the first book. I thought there was a lot of political intrigue that I really enjoyed, and there was a lot to do with character relationships and stuff like that that was just missing from a good 2/3 of this book. What saved it actually was the final third of it, where we really started to see more of the character interactions. I felt like throughout most of it the characters were static. Like, it felt like most of their interactions they were discussing battle strategy and they weren't really developing, and that I'm a character focused reader, so I didn't love that. But then the final third of the book, you really start to get more of the characters, more of their interactions with each other, more of their development, and then the plot just got more interesting at the end, and that saved it. That really made me want to continue the series. And so I was happy for that. So it's a 3-star read. I'm kind of lukewarm about it, A lot of it was lackluster except for the final third, where everything just got immensely more interesting and I became really absorbed in the story. Then I read Geekerella by Ashley Poston. I'd give this like a 3.75 stars. This was really hyped up to me. A lot of people loved it, and it was good. It was cute and it was fun. But I actually liked Ashley Poston's other book that I read last summer, I think, called We Own the Night. I like that a lot better. I just felt more emotionally invested. But Geekerella is like a cute little kind of Cinderella retelling. Yeah, it's a Cinderella retelling. It's like a geeky modern day retelling, and it's cute. I think that the romance that develops is cute and authentic, and I liked it, but again, I just didn't feel as emotionally invested, and I just didn't care about the characters as much as I did her other book, and it was just a happy making book. But it just didn't stick with me as much as I would have liked it to, and it's harder for me to find things to say about it because it just wasn't as memorable and as inside of my heart as I would have liked. And the last book that I completed in May was Noteworthy by Riley Redgate. It's about this girl who sings alto too, so her voice is really, really low, and she starts cross-dressing to join this all-male a cappella group at her elite school because she's sick of getting rejected just because of how low she sings, because her voice isn't as appreciated in certain fields as it is in others. So she passes herself off as a boy and joins this a cappella group and just makes new friends and learns so much about herself, and this was so good. I rated it 4 stars. My favorite part about this is that it explores so many issues in interesting ways that I haven't seen them kind of explored like this before, like what it means to be transsexual and gay and bisexual. She's cross-dressing, so she has to explore her own gender and the opposite gender and kind of figure out where she fits in, but it really does explore gender roles and gender expectations in our society, which is cool and it's really awesome. And I don't know, the way that it is explored, just as the character was thinking these things, I was just like, oh my gosh, you're right. She sits there and uses a transsexual website to pass as a boy, and she, you know, questions the morality of that, and I'm like, whoa, you're right. That is something to question. And then, of course, her sexuality comes into question. It's good. Its own voices, too. We have an Asian main character and bisexual and its own voices, like I said. So it's really good. It's really interesting. It's important to look at some of the themes that are looked at in this book. And also, it's interesting as heck. Like, acapella. I was so freaking excited for this book, and I was not let down. I think we need more singing books in this world. Just saying. Love singing books. Choir kid. So hard right here. I really liked all the characters. We were introduced to some really great cast of characters, and I really enjoyed them, and I enjoyed the dynamic of the characters, and it was a good book. I didn't rate it 5 stars just because it didn't hit me the way that some books hit me, like some other just contemporary books that I'm absolutely in love with. Just, you know, I relate to them more than I related to this one, I think. So I think that's why it doesn't get a 5 stars. It's just because I don't relate to it as fully as I relate to a lot of other books. But it's still a really wonderful book, and I definitely recommend it to literally everybody. So those are all the books I read in May. I got a little rambly, but it's fine, it's fine. Who doesn't get rambly? It was a good reading month. No 5 stars, but still I enjoyed all the books I read to a certain extent, and what more can you ask for, really, when it comes to reading? I'm so excited to be reading again, reading in bulk. I don't think that's the right word. To just be able to binge read, I guess. Just to spend a day reading is beautiful, and I've missed it so much, and it's so great, and I look forward to so many more nights just staying up all night reading. Let me know down below what books you read in May and what your favorite book in May was that you read. My favorite was Noteworthy, definitely. I actually have 7 Ways We Lie by Riley Redgate as well. 7 Ways We Lie. I have the arc of it, actually, and so I've had it for a really long time, and I just haven't read it, but now I think I'm much more likely to give it a go because I did enjoy Noteworthy so much, and I enjoyed her characterization and her writing a lot, so I think that I'm gonna be giving this one a go sometime soon. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. If you found any sort of entertainment value or were interested in what I had to say, please give me a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. If not, you can give me a thumbs down, whatever, it's fine. I'm not mad about it. If you'd like to stay updated on when and what I post, press subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye, bookish friends.